could be projection. When you say that a grown man you talking to randomly on the internet running from mayor got mental health issues, that could be a projection on your part. It's my...
Who made that up? We never made that up in America. The real Aboriginals, we don't know nothing about no Democrat, Republican, liberal, independent, or whatever bull crap y'all keep coming up with, rewording and trying to make so much sense. We never did that. You're doing it. You're making up stuff. Y'all making up stuff and think that we're supposed to, believe. We know how to read between the lines, son. So every time I say something correct, you better do that then. Now we're going to play chess. Bingo. Right. So, you keep teaching them kids how it's okay to take over and go to war, start things in America, knowing that the innocent, we are the innocent people, that your people is dangerous. Keep trying to say that we are all equal. We never said that. Y'all saying that. Y'all created that we are all equal. We are all as God's one. We never said that. Y'all forced that onto our people. Our elders never said that. Remember, y'all killed off our forefathers for y'all. Y'all raped, robbed, and murdered, enslaved our people. We never did that to y'all.
Let me ask you something. Is that a fact or is that an opinion? Is that an opinion? Is it a fact or is it an opinion? That's for opinion.
Y'all, at Universe, this is what I'm saying. This is how I love the echo. You know what I'm saying? You said it. The universe. A black man is telling you who really is the original creator.
How do I know you? How do I know you're really black? Could just be an opinion.
And a white man will take a movie of the black man parts, pieces, puzzles.
No.
And then make it and say it doesn't matter when people try to tell them, hey, that's not how I really know. The movie is just a play. What? That's what white people teach you. Then they playing this white. Check this out.
Hello.
So, hey, you got white people making all different type of images of Jesus. What? He got blonde hair, blue eyes. He got brown eyes, brown hair. Well, otherwise, some with the kid, they got a Arab Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They got all the Jesus. They don't even know Jesus is words.
See, I'm Aboriginal too. I can play an Aboriginal instrument. I learned that Aboriginal instrument from my forefathers who were indigenous to this land even though they didn't know it, because every man and every line of heritage is indigenous to the planet known as Earth. Hello! You see, L, I figured out your riddle. You thought you fooled me with your complicated riddle, but I figured out the truth of the earth.
Yeah, it's an echo in the universe. And I bet you the world can hear. It's a bounce back. You can even stand on Earth and yell up into the universe and watch that echo come back. You can yell out and watch that echo ripple effect. Watch. Everybody get it. start reading the book. And they start thinking about, damn, why white people keep calling themselves Jews or American or this, that, and the third? Why white people keep, stealing other people's languages and culture, identity, and names, and, trying to make this and that, these people, they died, and then all of a sudden, they want to say this, that, and the third. Where in the book it says that he did give people their own language, their own identity, their own race, their own history. Now here it is, white folks want to take it and mix it up, say we all need the same. What the fuck? So you saying my father is your father, your father's my father. Psych.
Well, I'd like to dedicate this song to all the voters in Chicago who have been fooled by the Democrats for far too long, since 1960. Over 66 years of lies, sucking away your property taxes like parasites, sucking at your water tax, sucking up your garbage tax, sucking up your sewer tax. This song is for your magical and your mystical liberation. Never had one lesson. Hello?
You needed to hit that shit though. I ain't gonna lie, that was fire.
Hey, so I had to post it in the chat. Hey, arrest yourself, man.
Arrest yourself.
That you say can and shall be held against you in the court of law.
You see, the difference between the court of law and the cosmic court of law is that one is based in a Democrat court with a Democrat judge, and we already know what that Democrat judge is gonna do. That Democrat judge is gonna tell you to shut the fuck up and shut your fucking mouth. That's exactly what that Democrat judge is gonna do. Shut up! Shut up! That's what you're gonna hear. Shut up! Shut him up!
And let's just say that black folks in America really don't want to follow y'all law. Really don't have to. Y'all really argue me law. Really don't get to. Now let's speak that into the godly existence.
What? Sorry, I had the volume turned down. What did you say?
I don't know about that.
But that right there was a divine moment. Yeah. You said this right here government, right? They gonna do what? Against what laws? You said they better than who laws? They better than God. Universal laws. And you say you finna vote who in and who out. Okay. We gonna reach then. Come on, let's reach.
Well, I think it's important right now at this time to bring up the chakra centers. Chakras associate with particular aspects of human awareness. Blocks on the spiritual, mental, emotional, physical levels cause problems. We are going to cleanse your chakras by quieting or stimulating with healing factors that release reservoirs of energy, debris to free healthy energy frequencies. All right, listen up, Chicago. These are your healing number and cool locations. First, we got the planet metal. This is the main issue. Then we got the goal and the function. Then we got the foods and the gland. Then we got the body part and the symbol element. And we got sense, sound, the gemstone. We got an angel, ideal, quieting stone, fragrance, and incense. And we got stimulating stone, and aroma. The number one is your root. Just like that TV show Roots with Kunta Kinte. Root. Red, that's the color red. It is the base of your spinal column. The planet is known as Saturn, not Uranus, as many people think we think. They think we're talking about Uranus, but we are actually talking about Saturn. And that is lead. Lead, you might say. Survival is key. Next, we got stability and grounding. We are going to ground and stabilize. Up next, we got the protein, the adrenals, right here. A lot of women today, they got adrenal gland blockage, and the doctors are always billing the Medicare and the Medicaid for the adrenal glands. After the adrenals, we got the legs and the feet of the earth, a red square. Below that, we got the smell of the bloodstone. Then we got the aureole, the hematite, and the cedar myrrh. And we got the garnet and the cinnamon. Maybe that's why I like cinnamon on my beer mimosas so much, that delicious cinnamon. Is it a spice or is it a sugar? Up next, we got the sacral. Number 2, orange, the sacrum. We got the moon. The metal is tin. And the main issue here is sexuality, desires, and emotions. That is the goal and the function. For the foods in the gland, we got the liquid gonads. The body part is the abdomen. The symbol and the element is an orange triangle, which means water. Then we got taste and dew or coral, which is the sense and the sound. O is the sound. The gemstone is the coral. The angel is Gabriel. The ideal or the quieting stone is the quartz. The fragrance is the rose. And the incense is the saffron. The stimulating stone and aroma is the carnelian and the dragon blood. Those are the first 2 chakras. We have healed together your first 2 chakras, the root and the sacral. Up next, we got the navel. The navel. All right, we're going to take a little chakra cleansing break and rest my vocal cords. You hear that? I don't care. Donald Trump is master of the universe. They call us the Bucket Boys of Chicago. Hello? All right, this next song is dedicated to the liberty of Chicago, freeing the taxpayers from the Democrat CTU control of taxpayer property tax, parasitism, and slavery. Never had one lesson.
Justice, law, and God, joy, abundance, and health, truth and peace. Take the deepest breath of the day. Hold for 10 seconds. 10, not 11. 10, not 9. Let it go, go, go. Strike the master. Draw the flaming sword. President of the United States, King and orange skin, King and Master of the universe, Donald Trump, President of the world. America, 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 USA, 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 USA. Justice, law, and God, joy, abundance, not hell, healing, truth, and peace. Take the deepest breath of the day. Hold for 10 seconds. 10, not 11. 10, not 9. Let it go, go, go. Strike the master chord. Draw the flaming sword. President of the United States, tiny hands and orange skin, King and Master of the universe, Donald Trump, President of the world, America, 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 USA, 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 justice, law, and God, joy, abundance, and health, healing, truth, and peace. Take the deepest breath of the day. Hold for 10 seconds. 10, not 11. 10, not 9. Let me go, go, go. Strike the master chord. Draw the President of the United States, mighty hands and orange skin, King and Master of the universe. Strike the master chord. Draw the President of the United States, mighty hands and
Outstretched arms to the sky. Deliver us. Deliverer, deliver.
USA, 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 justice, law, and God, joy, abundance, and health, healing, truth, and peace. Take the deepest breath of the day. Hold for 10 seconds. 10, 11. 10, not 9. Let it go, go, go. Strike the master chord. Draw the flaming sword.
It's not warfare. It's not about protecting people.
Okay.
Like-
Well, you can have that view if you want. I'm still going to argue for what I think is correct, and I give the arguments. I mean, if you think the arguments are poor, then you can respond and tell me why the arguments don't work. But just saying that you don't think that that's a way to go, that's fine. That's your opinion.
Well, yeah, because I mean, your argument, you suggest that a fetus is a trespasser.
I said it's analogous to an intruder in the case of a self-defense, because people that want to argue that abortion is murder, then this would be what I consider an adequate response to saying it's not murder, it's a type of self-defense. And if it's
But
a
a
type of
fetus is not a
self-defense, then
trespasser.
it's meant to be an analogy.
Okay, and the analogy doesn't work because a fetus is not a trespasser.
Well, I argued that it is, because it's an
which
in
is, of
her,
course,
it means that
something
something is in her that she didn't want put in her. It was put in her anyway. Whether it's through natural means or by intention is irrelevant. Like, the fact that it's there, that makes it an intruder. And what makes it intruder is down to the intentions of the mother. Because obviously, if she wants the pregnancy, then it's not an intruder. But if she doesn't intend for it to be there, it then becomes an intruder, or like an intruder. So it's down to the intentions of the mother.
That's absurd.
How so?
Like, suggest that a person is an intruder just because, you know, they came in, or they're there when I didn't want them.
What do you think how else would you define an intruder? That's literally the definition.
If I wanted somebody to leave, you know, it doesn't make me an intruder, especially if I invite them in my house.
Yeah,
You know.
some people outstay their welcome, and then you're like, you invited them in the first place, and then they do something under your roof that you don't approve, and now they've overstayed their welcome, and now you intend for them to leave. If they refuse to leave, then they become an intruder at that point.
Yeah.
So it's literally, you can literally track
None
that.
of these are very good. Yeah, none of these are very
I
good analogies to
agree.
what the issues are around reproductive justice.
Like, essentially, that would mean, like, this is the biggest objection I made, is that if a fetus is a trespasser, that would mean that all children who are born through accident are born criminals or conceived as criminals.
It's not to say that they're treated as criminals. It's that the.
But they're not treated as criminals. But that would logically mean that they are conceived as criminals.
In the analogy, like, you can
Okay, so I'm going to say I know
I
Richard.
understand the
point.
point.
How was your time on the island?
Terrible. I had to
If
hook up
someone
with you.
doesn't want someone to be there, then they have the
How
right
was
to remove them. Whether we treat them as criminals or
No,
not
like,
is
Carlos,
not relevant.
we should just use if it's a threat to her life or to her. You know, we don't treat it as something that is. I think a better analogy would be how a person with a chip in their brain that, you know, is to program them to, as you said, shove the bowling ball up the individual's ass, and the person kills that person to prevent that from happening. Because you have it where the fetus
It's going to taste so weird, but it should be
if you
interesting.
assume a fetus is a person, is an
Let's say they don't want me
unconscious,
flavor.
innocent party,
I don't know.
but is still
I think truffle's kind of tasty.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is here. Like,
The issue is because you're making an unnecessary step by making it analogous to a trespasser. A better analogy, you should just say that it's a threat to her life, which is what the person who is, you know, has the chip in their brain to go and shove a bowling ball up the person's
This is
ass.
right. Jules is right about
the
this.
problem is with doing that is that not all pregnancies are a threat to women's
I wonder
life.
how long this thing
She
can
still
run.
has the right to end the pregnancy.
Yes,
So-
just like you still have the ability to kill the person even if they are an innocent party.
I'm not really sure what you're changing here. Like,
I'm changing because
So let me just restate it. So you're objecting to me calling the fetus an intruder because it makes them sound like they're a criminal. That's your
because
issue,
you
right?
can't compare bodily rights to bodily autonomy to property rights, is what I think. I think
So
that's
is
a
your body not your
category
property?
mistake.
Is your body not your property?
It is yours, but it's not property.
Well, it can be analogous to property if it belongs to you.
Okay,
Like-
I still can't kill somebody to protect my property.
The relevant constitutional conversation around it is not about property, but about privacy.
Yeah, well, privacy and bodily autonomy.
Bodily autonomy, which isn't really, the analog is not being, it's not the question, the constitutional questions are not about property rights. they're about the 14th Amendment and privacy and autonomy. They're much more related to the life, liberty, pursuit, happiness part.
Yeah, Carlos, what you're doing is espousing convictionism, or essentially, as I stated, you're saying you're using it as a property rights perspective as opposed to, because the distinction between evictionism and pro-choice is that evictionism says you have the right to evict the fetus, but you don't have the right to kill the fetus.
Is your problem that this, like, because the intruder's conscious, that's what your problem is? Like, if it was like if the intruder was a cancer, like, it's obviously not, the cancer's not conscious. Like, would you have a problem calling a cancer an intruder?
Sorry, you said it again. That talks about the market.
Is the problem, like, calling the intruder conscious? Because the thing is potentially going to be a conscious being.
No, I'm saying if we're to assume that a fetus is a person, I think that using the trespasser analogy is the wrong analogy.
Fathers of some children in this building found their families could be
If it was a
helped very well.
cancer, which is obviously not conscious or no potential of being conscious, if we called a cancer an intruder, would you have a problem with that?
No, because yes, I would.
Yes.
Oh, well, go walk your dog, bro.
I mean, I would call it an intruder. Like,
Father,
especially most people would, because they would.
Why
fathers
not
of
just
some
call it a disease?
Because it's meant to be an analogy to an actual intruder.
Okay, well, I don't see the point of being descriptive of what a cancer is when it really is just a disease. That does all the work, right?
Yeah, but the point is that you if you have a cancer in you, you have the technology to remove the cancer. Then you should be able to remove that unwanted cancer. It's an intruder that's affecting you or whatever. You should have the right to remove it. The fact that it's not conscious shouldn't make a difference. Then obviously, in the case of a pregnancy, you don't intend for the pregnancy to be in your body. You have the right to remove it.
אלוף הביטול, מפקד האוגדה וחיילי המילואים שלנו.
Like the cancer, and analogous to an actual intruder on the property. If they're there and you want them there, then you
כולל
have a
בתוך רצועת הביטחון בלבנון, שהייתי
whether it
לפני
means killing them or not,
שעה קלה.
like, you still have the
מה
right
שאנחנו
to.
רואים זה שאנחנו סיכלנו את קיום הפגישה.
Yeah, you're forgetting the category distinction. You're saying the fetus.
סכנת
You think that the fetus is a person. I don't.
וגם
You're
מטפלים
using the
בתמ"ס,
fetus
אבל יש עוד
as a
עבודה
person,
לעשות,
which
עשינו
is something
עבודה
that,
ענקית,
it's not just
הישגים
cancer,
מדהימים,
where it's like a
יש עוד מה
disease.
לעשות ואנחנו עושים אותה.
So you're specifically talking about fetus, or are you talking about zygote?
The unborn is what we're talking about. Carlos.
Yeah, but because there's many different stages of pregnancy, obviously, at the beginning.
So yeah, well, I mean, I think what we're doing is essentially we're assuming like Carlos is different cancer from I, where it's like essentially it's like we don't believe that a fetus, particularly in the early stages of pregnancy, is a person. But Carlos
No,
thinks
because there is viability outside of the womb.
no, Carlos
Just to be clear, I didn't call it a person. What I said is that life starts from conception.
Sorry, life starts from conception, did you say? So what about an ectopic pregnancy that is conceived but isn't viable? Would that be killing? So what you're saying then is a seed being planted in the ground is where life begins. Really? It doesn't have to grow still and be able to interact with the sun and be viable.
say that's the
I don't.
consensus
This is
in
the first
biology.
time anyone is getting a view of what happened inside.
And it's
the
not
US
so. It's
Institute
not
for
the sun.
Peace
It's the
a
air.
year ago when Doge
But what
No,
are we
you're
calling
mistaken on how trees and plants grow.
and the staff
They
who had
they
been fired
they grow
by the
because
Trump
of the
administration.
air,
We have known
not
since
because
then.
of the sun.
Is the bingo
They
on
do
that?
once they get to the sun. But before that, it's air.
No, you're absolutely wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
When a plant has developed enough chlorophyll in it, it is then going to, produce energy via photosynthesis.
You mean glucose? But yeah, go ahead.
To be honest,
Yeah, I said energy, glucose, whatever you want to call it.
it's going to be a bit difficult.
No, be technical. You want to be technical. Explain how is it that
So can I
we need energy, but for some strange reason on this planet, a plant produces glucose on its own. It doesn't. It literally is the backbone of our ecosystem
No, plants
because it
don't
sustains
create
itself.
on its own. It needs to be
Needs
able
what?
to. It needs sunlight.
How does it get sunlight when it's in the ground?
No, it doesn't produce glucose at that point.
Exactly. So what's making it grow?
What do you mean? What's making it grow? The nutrients that it feeds off of in the soil.
The soil has nothing to do
It does.
at all. Very little to do with the plant. There's plants and trees that grow
So you're telling me without the
on
soil.
on the side of the mountains, they don't need as much soil as you
So
do.
you're telling me that a plant without the soil isn't going to produce. It is going to produce enough chlorophyll to be able to produce glucose from photosynthesis. Because if you do not have soil and you just put a seed in a dark place and it grows, you'll get a yellow stalk. You won't get a green stalk, and it won't be able to. It won't be viable.
What happened? Sure, talking about plant life.
They just shot your ass?
I
heard that.
Okay, well, let's not talk about plant life. Let's talk about cells.
Damn, bro, you shot.
Are cells life?
They are life, yes.
Yeah.
Thank
So
God.
what would be the difference?
Simplest form, yes.
Yeah. Well, isn't that what a zygote is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Welcome to Chicago.
yeah.
Yeah, but what...
Our body's made up of cells. Our skin.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But
Yeah.
what I was saying is that the consensus in biology is that life starts from fertilization, in terms of human life. Personhood is kind of just a philosophical term that's arbitrary, really, for pragmatic purposes. But
Welcome to Chicago.
biologically, they're looking at a new life at the start of fertilization. And I'm happy to grant that as a pro-choice advocate.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But
I hate to interrupt, Enigma, but there is an intruder on the stage interrupting you to tell Carlos that a baby in a vagina uterus is not an intruder, you fucking wanker, tosser, fucking moron. Learn how to use the King's English and not call a baby an intruder. That's when someone breaks into your home to molest or kill you or rob you. That's a fucking intruder, Carlos. You fucking tosser. You fucking wanker.
Okay, I didn't know he was going to do that.
Okay,
Where did Missing Nippa go?
I don't know, she dropped out.
The fuck?
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
If he wants to produce an argument for that, I'm happy to.
Sure. I'll invite him back up, I guess.
I'm looking at the Oxford Dictionary under the word intruder. It says that Carlos is the definition of an R-word who can't distinguish between what an intruder is and a pregnancy. dumb fucks don't even know what a baby is and a uterus anymore. What you do is you take a penis and you stick it in a vagina, you ejaculate, you don't articulate, you ejaculate, not articulate, and then you make a baby. And it's not called an intruder, Carlos. You fucking tosser.
Baby, not a baby. A baby. It's a baby. Alistair's a notorious troll. He's a notorious troll. He's just up here to troll you guys. He's not a serious dude. I've had like several conversations with him. It's all about the babies being born to Muslim men.
How dare you tell me that I'm a troll? That's a projection if I've ever heard one. You're the fucking troll! Troll!
Back, yo, dude, Alice, chill out, dude, come on. Can you invite Miss Enigma back?
The babies.
You gotta save the babies! It's obvious! They're killing all the babies!
Yeah, that's pretty good, Buff.
Yeah, that's not very good.
I apologize, but you see, when people think that an abortion has something to do with privacy and not murder, people don't understand the definition of fucking murder anymore. When you take a fucking robot and stick it inside of a uterus and cut off the head, rip the fucking arms off, rip the fucking legs off, dissect the torso, suck it out into a fucking tube and put it in an oil barrel, well, that's called fucking decapitation and murder. It's not a late-term abortion. It's not an early-term abortion. It's fucking murder, mate. It's not a fucking invasion. It's not an intruder. It's not a robbery. It's not a home invasion. It's not an invader, Carlos. Learn how to use your English correctly. Stop forcing your fucking bullshit on us by calling a baby an intruder. We've got to protect the babies. We've got to love the babies. If we can't love a baby, how can we love ourselves? How can we love God if we hate a beautiful, innocent little baby?
Little babies.
I recently wrote a hit song called Babyface. Do you know what a babyface looks like, Carlos? It doesn't look like somebody robbing your house, mate. It's a baby. We've got to protect the babies.
It's an analogy.
An analogy, dumbass? Are we talking about the philosopher Dumas? Because I'm not a dumbass. At least I know what a fucking baby is, you fucking wanker.
Yeah, at least I know what an analogy is.
An analogy? Something analogous? Like an analog? A comparative paraphrase? Listen, you fucking wanker. You think a baby's an intruder if a woman determines that her reproductive rights have been violated? You fucking tosser.
Violated? How are her rights violated? They don't have no rights in England. The Queen, the King.
Well, I don't hear Carlos fighting back saying, okay, well maybe I was using my words wrong, incorrectly describing things through an analogy. No, Carlos just sits there in silence. Carlos's greatest weapon is his silence. He's gonna let the fools...
This is what you've resorted to. See, this is your problem.
You know what I'm saying? He dropped this fucking thing, you idiot. Check this out. Oh my god, that was so funny. The Jewish fucking Long Island Haiti, she almost did the Haiti. That was insane. Oh my god, that just made me laugh. Oh my god, I almost cried.
Megatron, could you maybe explain what you're laughing at? Could you maybe explain to Carlos why that's so funny?
You did the Jew with with the British accent. I thought that was fucking awesome. How the fuck are you gonna do the Jew with the British accent? Oh my god. That was great. Oh my god. Who was that guy that used to do the old Jewish lady's voice again? Oh my god, that guy was great too. He was a gay guy. He was so funny. You guys are hysterical. I wonder what.
Could you imagine going out to dinner with your fiance and she tells you that she's got an intruder inside her uterus?
I mean, I don't know how you call a baby an intruder, but I guess, you know, what he's trying to say is that my profile, you know, they weren't expected.
You know what annoys me the most? You're all going to hell.
Hello?
It's all about the baby.
Seriously, Don, for crying out loud.
Hey, I know you.
Instagram?
You have an Instagram? Hey, I know you.
The dingo ain't your
The
baby.
YouTube creator is suing Amazon because he's saying that Amazon uses YouTube video to train their AI model.
Oh my god, so the color in my daughter's room, just to let you know, is halfway. Wait, hold on. Babe, what was the name of the paint again? It's not baby blue, it's called, what is it? Yeah, no, mine, this one. What was it called, babe? Hinting Blue by Sherman Williams. Hinting Blue for the girls' room. Yep. This room, guys, we're doing a little bit differently. We are not taking the room apart. This room is not as big as the other rooms. This room will remain intact for most of the evening. So I'm just moving one piece of furniture to the middle of the room, working my way out from there. The goal right now is to get this done before the girls, well, I gotta get this prepared so that after they eat, they can start taking baths and get prepared for bed because they got work tomorrow, they got school tomorrow. So hopefully, you know, I'm still on good timing here. So definitely putting a little bit into overtime here. That's it. I'm using a Marathon roller, polyester, for a superior finish. A Purdy roller, very smooth roller, with a short, very short handle or extension. So we can apply pressure on the roller as we're applying the paint to the wall. So remember, guys, to use a 3/8 snap so we don't get too much of the splatter. Very little splatter with a 3/8 snap. And if you know what the fuck you're doing and you're not a fucking tool, you can actually get something done. I'm sorry, did I curse? My bad. And yes, I use a 3/8 knot only on walls because I'm not a fucking hack. And I don't need to use such a big paintbrush on such a paint roller on such a surface.
Many of you will remember this horrific video from
I think you have to apply less paint. I mean, on the roller, it's fine dandy, but then sometimes a little too much, and it gets a little messy.
Murder and some other felonies for the crime that happened in Sterling, Virginia, back on July.
This is professional here, so I'm not putting any protection on the floor or anything. I'm kind of fucking winging it right now.
Affordable housing today, Mayor Brandon Johnson announced a $300 million fund to build and
All
preserve
the dads out there,
across the city. The projects
We'll use
are
the
part
green
of
now.
a city plan that uses federal
Make
tax
sure the
credits
final
and
coat,
private investment to expand housing options.
we're using the same roller as before. Get me good paint where you don't have to, where you just do 2 coats. Where you don't have to apply a primer.
Well, the city is making a
You don't have to put a different color primer if you're coloring walls. I have to paint it twice. Those mitts are nothing to lie. This is if you want to use a different paint to get the paint color, chances are you're probably going to paint the under one so good that you might have to paint it even more times to get the color through. So if you're painting the color, just paint it right on.
What's your age?
I'm 18.
Are you single?
Surface no need
At your age,
different color
would you rather
paint.
date a man who was
Babe, I'm on a
established or
rolling
one that's building?
tutorial right now. All the guys that don't know how to
What's your
roll
age?
I'm 18.
paint,
Are you single?
Yes.
that are fucking useless.
Would you rather date a man who was
Yeah.
already established or one that's
Yeah.
building?
Both are fine. I would be fine building with them. Like, as they're working
I
towards it.
ain't the
Why
light
not
switch.
shoot for the stars and get the man who's already up there? We're in Miami, you're young.
I don't need to.
Oh,
I don't need to. That's not
Yeah.
what it's all about.
No.
And I love money, but like, I myself.
So what would you say it's about when it comes on to relationships?
When it comes on to relationships, honesty, that's so sappy. No. Probably. No.
What's one thing men don't seem to understand about women?
Is that we're not evil.
That's right, guys.
We're not evil.
he
If
came
you
in,
communicate, we
put
can
the fucking
communicate as
blower
well.
on.
Would you say that men or
Well, then it
women are
blows-
better at taking accountability?
Taking accountability
Conversations
just depends on person.
Why do you feel like so many men think that women are evil? I forgot
I'm just listening right now.
For sure. We just trying to make sure that y'all get a chance to speak because we going back and forth. I don't want to take